My name is Katrina Smith, and I am not defined by my childhood sexual trauma. I'm an author, I'm a screenwriter, I'm a stage play writer, I'm a mother of 3. I am a beautiful person who has discovered who I really am after receiving help from undergoing childhood sexual trauma. I love to cook. I love my dogs. I love taking care of myself. I've learned how to take time to be who I am and be in touch with who I am and enjoy different parts of myself that I did not even know existed. I have a goofy side, I have a serious side, and now I have a balance. And it's okay. Everything that I've gone through up until this point is a part of who I am. And I've accepted it for what it is and what it was, and I've moved forward. I will never forget, because if I forget, that means I can't reach back and help people to overcome whatever trauma they experience. As a child, when you experience childhood sexual trauma, especially at the hands of people who you trust and who were supposed to take care of you, it kind of gives you like a warped idea of who's there to help you and also who's there to hurt you. My childhood sexual trauma came at the hands of a family member, constantly touching me as a child, and also a couple of other family members that would randomly touch me as a child. I wasn't quite sure how to accept what happened to me as a child, so I really thought it was my fault all of the time. If you're experiencing challenges in your life as an adult and you experience sexual trauma as a child or even as a teenager or at any point in your life, it's very important to realize that you need help. You need help understanding what happened so that you can overcome it. For many years I struggled. I had dysfunctional relationships. I've had good relationships that I did not know were good because, again, I was defined by my childhood sexual trauma. I really appreciate the people at STAR who've helped me understand exactly what happened to me and helped me get through such a trying time in my life. I started having anxiety attacks, and I didn't realize what they were. I thought that my body was, in a sense, under health assault, but my body was clearly remembering what happened to me as a child. And although you may forget, your mind, your body never forgets, and it could recall it at any time in your life. That's why it's so very important to get help and understand who you are, understand who you were meant to be. And if you are a parent, if you are a child experiencing sexual assault, get to an adult who you can really trust and let them know. If you're a parent, pay attention to your child, pay attention to your children. You know them, you gave birth to them. Even if you did not give birth to them, you raised them enough to know their patterns. If there's anything unusual about their pattern, have a conversation and have them feel comfortable enough to come to you and let you know if someone has touched them in a very inappropriate way, because you never know. They may think it's appropriate for someone who they thought cared for them to touch them. Some children are fighting battles that you have no idea that they're fighting, but you have to have the conversation and you have to pay attention to your child. And if a child ever comes to you and lets you know that they were touched in an inappropriate way, believe them, because children are so innocent and they're coming to you crying out for help. If you help them at this time, you never know how much you can avoid so much chaos in their lives. So I appreciate STAR for being who they are to me, who they've been for my family. Even though they haven't met my family directly, my family was introduced to the real me because of my help in the counseling that I have been receiving at STAR. Because I received help from STAR, I am now who I was meant to be, who I should have been all along. I remembered who I was before all of the sexual trauma happened to me. I remember being happy. I remember being humble. I remember a life without hurt and trauma. Just don't ever give up on yourself. Don't give up on who you were meant to be. Get help. STAR is the place to go. And if I can do it, anyone could do it.